Hi, you would like to know what kind of new features are included in SeaTable 6.0? Well, then this video is exactly what you should watch. Hey, my name is Christoph Brenzinger from SeaTable, and in today's video I would like to show you the new features of SeaTable 6.0, which we released at the beginning of November for SeaTable Cloud and also for all self-hosting users. Okay, I would suggest we quickly jump into SeaTable, and I just prepared a small base with just some entries, including the topics I would like to show you in this video. I also prepared some additional tables to some specific functions, but yeah, this is the main 6 points I would like to highlight in this video. First of all, we added with version 6.0 a new automation wizard. And if you know the old one, you will immediately see that the new one is much more easier, much more comfortable, providing much more function. And I will quickly want to explain you why what we have just included in this new automation wizard. On the left-hand side, you have the overview of all your automation rules you have defined in this base. And currently you also have the possibility to add some folders. You can drag and drop all your rules, and yeah, you can rename them. You can see what kind of status or the log of the automation rules, and you can pause the automation and delete it. So nothing new. Well, what is new is that you can create folders and that you can just move them around to get a nicer overview. And well, if you click on one of the automations, you will immediately see on the right-hand side the current trigger and action points for this automation. So that means if I click on example, I see the automation for example, and if I click on invoice extract, I see the automation steps for this automation. And then if I just click on a trigger or an action, I can see the details of this step in here. So that means if I click when a row is updated, I can see here the details of the step, and if I click on Run AI, I see the steps details of Run AI. So yeah, I would say just try out the new automation wizard. I think it will just take some minutes to get familiar to it, but as soon as you just use it once or two times, you will immediately see that this is really much more comfortable and much more handy to use than the old one. Okay, this is the automation wizard is only available for SeaTable subscriptions with an enterprise subscription. But just to mention, with 6.1, so the next release of SeaTable, we will also include a small portion of automations also to free and plus subscriptions, depending on your team size. So, it might not be important for you right now because it's just available for enterprise subscriptions, but yeah, you can just wait for some more weeks, and then you will also see the new automation wizard if you just have a plus or a free account. Okay, let's continue with AI-powered automation. AI-powered automation is definitely the most important new feature we just implemented with 6.0. And what does AI-powered automation means? Well, in fact, it means that inside an automation, you now have the possibility to add a new action, and this is called Run AI. And then if you just select Run AI, for sure you have to select a table, but then we have some predefined functions which allows you to use an API, an AI module to interact with your raw data. And this is probably very important to mention. Currently, this automation step always works with the data of one row. It's not possible to interact with an AI with the complete assets or the complete data of your base. This might be added with 6.1 or 6.2, and we will call this an AI assistant. But currently, an automation step is always connected or always dealing with one row. Okay, to give you more, or to show you what precisely this Run AI step can do, I just have prepared 3 different cases, but let me quickly show you what kind of function or what does it mean. We have some predefined functions like summarize, classify, OCR, extract, and custom to make the usage of AI inside SeaTable as convenient or as easy as possible. That means we have predefined functions where you don't have to really prompt. You can just select most of the time an input column or input columns and then the output column, and then you just execute the automation and the AI will just do the rest. So that means, let me shortly explain, summarize, well, it takes the content of a column or one column, and will just try to write a summary. Typically it's quite a short summary, but if you want to give some specific prompt details, then for example you can say, create a French summary or create a Spanish summary or something. So this is totally up to you. This is optional. And then you just have to select the output. Okay, then we have other functions like classify. Classify is about detecting what kind of document you have in front of you. So is it an invoice, or is it, I don't know, a tech review or something like this? So classify helps you or tries to detect what kind of document you have in front of you. Then OCR is about PDF and PDFs that have just scanned, for example, and you don't have the possibility to get the real text out of the PDF because it's basically just an image. So OCR helps you to grab the data, the text out of a PDF file. Extract is about grabbing some specific information out of a PDF file. So just take, for example, an invoice, and you always want to get out the invoice total value or the invoice number or the date. And I will exactly show you to this extract function in one of the next minutes. And then for sure we have a custom prompt where you really can add any kind of prompt in there, and you also can reference the different columns inside your base. But I will show you this just in a minute. So I just have prepared the three functions: extract, summarize, and custom prompt. And I just prepared a very easy table with the column file where I just uploaded two different invoices I just found on the internet. So I would say just a very regular one. This one, like over here, you can see it has just invoice on top with an invoice number, a customer or shipping to address, and a total due value. And this is exactly what I would try to achieve, that the AI should take the value out or should get the value out of the PDF and just store in the different columns like customer, total due, invoice number, and invoice date. And how did I do that? Well, I just created the run AI step, and I said the input column is the file column. And I just want to get the customer, the total due, the invoice number, and the date. And the trigger is I just look out for this column status trigger, and it's only executed if it has the value doed and the file is not empty. Well, it should be not empty, otherwise it does not make sense. So if I click here, do it, this will start the automation. The automation will send the PDF file to our AI module, and then it will just try to extract the content. And as you can see here, the AI extracted Roger Bijot, the value of 6,610.95, PBX invoice 550, and the date. And if you just compare, this looks fine, invoice number looks fine, date looks fine, and also the customer. So this was quite awesome. We just extracted all the values over here, and I have uploaded another invoice which looks a little bit different, and it's also a little bit more complicated, I think, because, for example, the invoice number is not horizontally but vertically, and the shipping to is not a real address but same as recipient. So hopefully the AI is intelligent enough to ignore this one and just take this value over here. And then we have the total due value without decimals. So this might also struggle the AI, but let's just check if this works out. So I just start the automation by selecting do it, and the AI takes the content of the PDF, and as you can see, the customer is extracted totally fine. The total due value is also totally fine. He just detected that this is 213,000, so totally fine. But the invoice number is basically wrong. So he didn't detect that this is the invoice number. Instead, he just selected the product code over here. So my recommendation is always make sure that your AI is really capable to do what you would like the AI to do. Therefore, control the output to make sure that you, probably just adapt a little bit this, instructions over here, what to extract. Probably if you just tweak a little bit with this, it might get you better results. Okay, so far about the extract function. let's come to the summarize function. I just added in here in this table 3 different inputs. The first one is just the Wikipedia article of SeaTable, so nothing really special. Table on the beginning, history, features, security and privacy. Then we have the fairy tale Little Snow White, nothing special in here. And then we have the German song title 3 Uhr nachts from Mark Forster. It's the German singer and songwriter. And well, yeah, I just created also an automation rule like summarize. And here I just said, okay, please summarize these texts and suggest what type of text they are. Just ignore this over here. So I would like to get a summary, and I would also like the AI to get the type of text. So let's see what happens. So 3 automations were just started, and the AI will try to summarize these 3 texts. Okay, let's see. This one was the first one. And as you can see, this is the summary. And also the AI was capable of type of text fairy tale. Awesome. Also here, type of text song lyrics, likely a pop or hip hop song. He didn't detect what kind of song it is or from which songwriter. But yeah, just a very short summary, and also summary of SeaTable, type of text Wikipedia article. Okay, if you think this summary might be too short, then you might just adapt your prompt, and for example just say, please use at least 500 words, for example. So this is a more specific prompt that takes the AI into consideration, and if I just run the automations again, it should output a little bit longer summaries. So let's just wait some seconds. Okay, and here it comes. Summary of Little Snow White. You see, okay, the summary is much longer. And what you also can see that the type of text is also much longer. So this text is a fairy tale, but also some more explanations. The same here with SeaTable, much longer summary, but also a much longer explanation or definition of type of text. So this text is an encyclopedia article blah, 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 from Wikipedia. So still the output is quite fine, but one thing that you can see, it was more, it took longer for the AI to generate the content. And also, you have to really very specific what you would like to achieve. So if you only want to get a longer summary, then you have to be more specific in your prompts. Okay, we can just ignore this or we can restart it. I don't know. I just want to go on and show you the custom prompts. Now, wait a second. Okay, and here it is, the summary of this song, and also a much longer type of text definition. Okay, I would say let's continue with the custom prompt. So what did I do in here? Well, let me show you just the automation rule. So I just said, custom prompt, please do this math task, use the value of input 1 and input 2 with the math type. And here you immediately can see I use these curly braces to tell the automation or the one AI step to use content of existing columns. So that means input 1, input 2, and math type. And then you can see, okay, take 23 and do a subtraction. So minus 10, 30 divided by 10. So this should be quite easy. So same again, I just start the automations and we immediately see the calculation. So 23 minus 10 is 13. 30 divided by 10 is 3, and this so kind of go on. So for example, a custom prompt could also be you just input a city, and the custom prompt should be provide me some specific values about inhabitants, number of inhabitants, or I don't know, geolocation, or I don't know what. So this custom prompt is very flexible. Okay. Now, I think it's important to mention that the AI module that we use for cloud SeaTable.io is a self-hosted module. So that means we have booked with the German hosting provider Hetzner. We just booked our GPU server where we run our own Gemma 3 module, and we are just sending the data from SeaTable Cloud to this AI module and we don't send the data anywhere else. For sure, if you just run your own SeaTable server, you have the full flexibility to connect to any of the known AI modules like OpenAI or Mistral or I don't know what. So it's totally up to you. And also in the next versions of SeaTable, so it might be in 6.1 or 6.2, we allow you inside the automation steps to choose between different modules, so that you might probably take a smaller module that just calculates faster or that costs less. So it's totally up to you. But this will come with 6.1. Okay, so much about the new automation wizard and the AI-powered automations. Let's come to the 3 new views. So basically, it's not that they're totally new. We just took the existing plugins, the Kanban, the gallery, and the calendar, and we just transferred them, or we just moved them into a view. So it means as soon as you inside your table, you add a new view, there you have the possible selection of creating a table view, a Kanban view, a calendar view, a gallery view. And well, for sure, we also remove the plugin that you don't need any longer to add the plugin, open the plugin, and to configure the plugin. And besides that, it's very easy to add just a view instead of a plugin. It also has really some advantages because, for example, this view can now be shared as any other view. So in the past, you had to share the complete base to get somebody access to a plugin, but with this new view implementation, you really have the possibility to, generate an external link, send the external link to somebody, then he only gets read access to this specific Kanban view, or you just share the view to a specific user. So it's totally up to you. So it's much more flexible, much more comfortable, and much better implemented inside this base structure and table structure. So just take it out, try it out. For sure, if you already use the plugins, we offer a migration button. So just open the plugins, click on the migrate, and it will migrate your existing plugin configuration into a view. So it's super convenient for you. Just try it out. Okay, then let's come to the new improvements of the app builder. Typically, the app builder is really in the core or the focus of our implementation or improvements. And also with SeaTable 6.0, we have put so many effort into improving our app builder, but there are basically 3 main features I would like to highlight. The first one is, you immediately see that we have this orange add button over here with a plus, where you just simply add new pages or folders. And that is the most important one. So many customers asked for the possibility to add external links to your navigation. So as you can see over here, for example, I added the user manual or the admin manual, and just a simple click just opens up this new pages or these linked pages in a new browser tab. So quite easy to combine your own app data and external links just in one SeaTable app. The next thing I would like to show you is that we have added read-only columns. So besides the possibility to hide columns, it's right now also possible to set some columns to read-only, and this on different page types of the app. So this is now harmonized between the base editor and the app builder. So now you always have the same functionality on both sides. And well, I think it's super helpful to really make sure that you allow your customers or the users of your SeaTable app to specifically define what kind of data they are allowed to change. Okay, and the third feature that we have just added is the complex filter options. So this was already added into the base editor, but not yet to the app builder. And now also the app builder supports this combination of and or and filter groups. So it really makes it possible to precisely define what kind of data your users should see. So yeah, super awesome, I think. For sure, there are many more new features inside the app builder. If you really want to get more details, just have a look at our changelog. I think we have nearly 200 bug fixes and features and improvements. So there's a lot of stuff to read, and I cannot show you everything. But as I just said, nearly 200 improvements, and with a major release, I think this is just awesome. Okay, then probably a little bit shorter. We have added our 25th column type, and this is the phone number column type. And what makes it so special is, on the one hand, that you can add for sure a format check. So you can just use a regular expression to make sure that the phone numbers are always in the same format, like plus and then the country code and I don't know what. And also, as soon as you have entered a number, SeaTable supports providing this tell protocol. So that means if you have a zip client installed on your computer or any other software that can take care or can handle this tell protocol, then it will immediately call this number, and just can use SeaTable as a calling application, something. Okay, so really awesome, I think, and also requested by quite a huge number of customers. Okay, and the last one is, besides SeaTable 6.0, we also have updated our new team admin area, well, it's new, but well, it's updated. And so that means, on the one hand, we have changed the design. You will immediately see it if you know the old one there. And the old one, there was the navigation on the left-hand side. Now the navigation is on top. But function-wise, we also added a lot of improvements. For example, for enterprise teams, we allow to use single sign-on with your own identity provider. So that means if you're just an enterprise, you have your own identity available, like Okta or Azure or something, it's possible that you connect your domain to SeaTable Cloud, and then instead of typing in email and password for a specific local account of SeaTable Cloud, you can just send your users to your identity provider. There they authenticate, and then they're just sent back to SeaTable Cloud, and they're just in the software. So it's really awesome. So this is a new feature which was highly requested by some enterprise customers. Also for the subscriptions, we made some improvements. For example, we support the possibility that you add multiple credit cards and just mark one as the default one. So this will prevent that, for example, if you have a new credit card, that you already can edit without replacing the old one. So it makes sure that your subscription just stays active in the time of expiration, or if you have just low budget on one credit card. What we also added is the possibility that you define a specific email address for invoice notifications. So that means every time a new invoice is generated, we just can send to a separate email address this invoice. This is also quite important for some companies where the team admin is not necessarily the person who pays the invoice at the end. Also, we added quite some new features, and what is most important is that our team administration area now also supports a huge amount of bases and team sizes. In the past, we had some problems with about 200 team members. As soon as you reached this number, the team administration got slow and sometimes laggy. Now we support 100 of users, hundreds of bases without problem, you will see. And also we added here a base search, so that means you just type in whatever you want and it immediately will show you the base you're searching for. Okay, I think this was it about SeaTable 6.0. I hope you liked the new features, and I would like to invite you to test out the new features. And well, if you have some comments, please use the comment function below this video. I'm just keen about whatever you think, whatever you have to improve, what you don't like, what you like. Just leave me a comment. And well, then I would say thank you very much for your time, for your participation, and we see each other on the next video. See you. Bye bye.